Greetings all. My name is Jason, I'm the Support Operations Manager here at GitLab, and today we're going to go over positioning for automations. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to kind of show how to change this and stuff, but we'll also want to kind of cover some of the basics of what that means. So in the automation screen here, go to active just to show those because there's less of them. You see them listed in a specific order. This is actually based off the position ID, which every automation has in its backend. You can see this if you pull via the API for Zendesk. This actually determines their run order to a degree. And the best way to kind of look at this is, let's say these top two here, the close unmonitored inbox tickets and the close free consumption 2FA tickets. Let's say both of these, both their conditions are hit, both of them should run. The way this works is instead of running them simultaneously, it's going to run them top bottom. And the reason for this is perhaps that second automation actually has something that is prevented from running by the first automation. So positioning is important when it comes to Zendesk, whether it be views, automations, triggers, etc. So it's important to keep that in mind. In general, what you should do is say, if all of these were going to run, what order do I want them to run in? With automations, it's less of they'll conflict with each other because they usually are time-based events. There's very specific criteria. And we always aim with, the conditions we use to be very explicit. That way we don't have triggers, automations, etc. clashing with one another. But from time to time, you may actually need to reorder the position. So to do that, you'll go to the automations page, which you see here. Click the three dots and click reorder page. From here, you actually can now click on these, 6 dots, 2 pairs of 3 vertical dots, however you want to word that. You can now click on this and drag it and kind of replace where it's going to go. So I can like move that one there, move that one there. Let's move this one here. And after I'm done with all this, I can save. When I save, it will put them in this new order. Now, another thing we can do is, let's say we want to take this SAT Send survey and move it to the top. We actually can click these 3 dots after hovering and go to move to first position. Let's say we want to move this email agent about a signed open ticket to the bottom. There's that as well. And then there's the other option here, which is, let's say we're going to take this email agent about an on-hold ticket. We want to put it right below the reopen name squatting tickets one that you see there. I can click this and click select position. Now from here, it's going to ask you to select a different automation that you want to move your automation above. That's kind of the key here, is it says above. So we had said we want to move it right below the reopen name squad. So we want to put it above solve free pending tickets. We'll click move, and that will update us so that now it is where we wanted it to be. Now, a thing to keep in mind, at least on the back end of Zendesk, every automation has a position ID. This goes both active and inactive. And while it seems like they're exclusive from one another, they're actually not. For example, this SAT survey send it looks like it's number 1, but it could actually be at the bottom of all these inactive ones. So it could be like number 20 or however many of those there are there. So it's a thing to keep in mind, especially when reactivating inactive automations with what's changed. The reason this is useful is, let's say we wanted to reactivate an automation. We needed whatever position it was in is where it should be. You wouldn't want to have to re-update every automation's position just to do that. Instead, just turns that active flag from false to true, and it's right back where it was because it still has the position ID. That's all there really is to managing the positions of Zendesk automations. It takes some time to kind of learn them, so feel free to play around in the sandbox, kind of learn how the run order works, try to make ones that'll conflict if they run at the same time, stuff like that. Yeah, that's all there is to this. Hope you found it educational, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.